everybody, welcome back to our live on tape Save the Kales cooking demo here at Bethlehem VegFest. The next recipe is going to be a raw pizza. And typically when we think of a pizza, we think of something baked in an oven. It gets really hot and really crispy, but we're gonna do a raw version. So use your imagination. We're gonna make a crust with some nuts and seeds and spices. We're gonna do a really creamy cashew cheese drizzle sauce on top. But right now we're gonna make the sauce. And the sauce is going to be one big tomato and some sun-dried tomatoes. And dried foods are really great because they're actually considered raw foods. So yes, even though these are all squished up like this, it's still going to be a raw dish. So to get started with our sauce, we're going to cut this tomato. And we're just cutting that in big chunks. All right, we'll set those aside, and then I'm just going to measure out a half cup of sun-dried tomatoes packed. These are not in oil. A lot of times you find them and they are in oil. And we'll get those in the blender. And this is going to be a really tomato-y sauce, obviously. It's all tomatoes. All right, and just a little pinch of salt, and that's going to be it. But wait till you see how flavorful this whole dish is, because every single component has tons and tons of flavor in it. So it's going to be really good. All right, we're just going to do this at a kind of a slow speed so it doesn't get whipped up. We're not trying to make gazpacho again. We just want to make kind of a chunky sauce. All right, look at that color, right? This is going to be good. It's already going to be good. All right, we're going to get started on the cashew cheese drizzle next. So 1 cup of raw cashews, and I know these guys are kind of expensive. They're usually like $8 a pound, but we're only using a cup and it's going to make a lot. So if you go to the bulk bin section, you can just get as much as you need and save some money that way. 1 clove of garlic, and then the best ingredient ever next to avocados, right? This is nutritional yeast. So, for those of you who have never used this before, it has the worst name. It sounds disgusting. It's nutritional yeast, right? Ew. Sounds horrible, but it is wonderful and amazing, and it has kind of like a cheesy flavor, and you can use it like Parmesan cheese or like mix it like I'm going to do right now, and we're going to make kind of a cheese sauce with it. So that's a half cup of nutritional yeast. You can find this in the organic section or at a natural food store or online. Okay, then we have 2 teaspoons of miso paste. This is white miso paste. I'm going to throw a few red pepper flakes in here. Just a little bit. You can leave these out. I like them. That's everything. And now just some water. So this will be 3/4 of a cup of water. And we're going to blend this until it is super wonderful, creamy, smooth. And drizzle it all over the top of our pizza. So once I'm done with this, we just have to make the crust. We have our sauce, we have our cashew cheese, and we're gonna make the crust now. We're gonna start with 1 cup of walnuts, and remember, this is now a food processor, not a blender. A blender is gonna whip it all up and be super smooth. We want this to be just kind of crumbly, okay? We're not trying to make like a nut butter, we're just trying to make a crumbly crust. So, now that we have that, we're gonna do a half cup of raw pumpkin seeds, raw sunflower seeds, and raw sesame seeds. Okay, a pinch of salt, and a tablespoon of, where is my sweetener? Okay, agave nectar. If you don't like this, use maple syrup. If you don't like maple syrup, you can use some fresh dates. People get very particular about their sweetener, so I'm just gonna say about a tablespoon worth of whatever kind works for you, okay? Alrighty, 1/4 of a red onion. More nutritional yeast, yay! 1/4 of a cup. Alrighty, 4 cloves of garlic and then a handful of fresh basil, and we're gonna get this processed. And you'll see that it starts to kind of pull away from the sides and turn into like Well, I'm going to call it a dough. It's not really going to look like dough, right? But it's like this kind of sticky, crumbly thing. So I'm just going to set that aside. I have some already done. And now we're going to assemble. Oh, to make it extra fun, though, I'm going to bring out this. This is just arugula. And I just want to put some fresh lemon and pepper on there because I think fresh arugula on a pizza is like my favorite thing. Even a cooked pizza. It's so good. Alrighty. Where's my pepper? There we go. And now we're going to have all the colors too, because we're going to have our green. Okay. So now you're probably like, how is this a pizza when the crust is a big blob? So I will show you. All right, what I have here is parchment paper. And the parchment paper is so we can press this out and not get it all over ourselves. All right, so this is the dough, the crust that I made last night. So you'll notice that it's just a little bit darker in color because the basil kind of turned a little bit in the refrigerator. But see how it sticks together, right? So you can like take this and roll it into whatever size you want. You can make them small, you can make them large. And kind of like press it down. Again, we're very technical. And maybe with any luck, it'll look like a circle. And if it doesn't, then you can call it rustic. And everyone will be so impressed, and you can sell it for more money. That's not a circle at all. That is actually like silly. That looks like a continent. All right. So let me grab this plate. I'm going to flip that onto a plate, and we will start making our pizza. So the bottom layer, the crust, woohoo, that's done. All right. We'll get the sauce on there. I use my hands for everything, so thank you to our friends at Velish for letting us borrow gloves because I forgot them, and then like that, I'm not used to sharing all this stuff with people, so I love using my hands when I cook. I think it's easier. All right, we'll get that arugula on there. See it, guys, the colors, the colors. And then the best part of all, yeah, look at that. I'm trying to make it look really fancy, but we'll see. Once again, you can call it rustic. And then you can sell it for a lot of money. All right, we're going to make sure that everybody gets to try this. But as you can see, again, this is super easy. And if we do have any more very hot days left, this is a great recipe to use on those hot days. And actually, it's pretty allergy friendly too. As you can see, we're using all raw food, so it's free of all kinds of stuff that people may be allergic to, except for, of course, nuts, which is what the crust is made out of. So I hope you guys all try this at home. I hope you like it when you try it right now, and stay tuned for our Q&A session with our live VegFest audience.